Hello and welcome to the YCharts April Monthly Market Wrap. My name is Joe Clevin with the YCharts team, and I'm here to take you through all the goings-on that happened in the markets during the month of April. Let's get to it, and we start with a very peculiar story. In case you hadn't heard, a cryptocurrency named after a dog soared to astronomical levels in April. As our own CEO Sean Brown noted on Twitter midway through the month, if you had invested $10,000 into the Dogecoin cryptocurrency at the start of the year, you would have had enough money to pay cash for a Mercedes G-Class SUV. Well, fast forward 2 weeks to the end of the year, and if you had held on to that same stake, you would have had $686,000 sitting on your books after just 4 short months. Crazy times, aren't they? And speaking of cryptocurrency, that's our Off the YCharts segment of the month, is the come up, correction, and correlation of cryptocurrencies. April was another breakout month for Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Cardano, and other cryptocurrencies alike. But corrections happen just as fast. Turns out that many of these cryptocurrencies are quite heavily tied to the price movements of Bitcoin, which has been a rather volatile asset in and of itself. As cryptocurrencies become more mainstream and clients start asking more questions about whether they have a place in their portfolios, it's important to be armed with tools at the ready to illustrate these insights to clients. So in order to recreate this image, let's hop into the YCharts tool and show you how you can recreate images like this to show to your clients and facilitate those communications. Here in our securities, we have Cardano, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Bitcoin, of course, all laid out. And we have 2 pre-built correlations, Bitcoin to Cardano and to Ethereum. But for Litecoin, let's show you how to manually recreate that. Going into correlation, we can do the Bitcoin price to the Litecoin price under correlation and hit submit. And there you are in presentation mode, ready to be downloaded and sent or shown to any client for the best communication of insights. Now back to the market wrap. April was in fact a kind month to stocks, as it typically has been. The NASDAQ was up 5.4% in April, with the S&P 500 right on its tails at 5.3%. Developed markets were up 3.1%, while emerging markets tacked on another 2.5%. And after a 3-month drought, fixed income rose in April. The Bloomberg Barclays Global Aggregate was up 1.3%, while the U.S. corporate high yield was up 1.1%. Just like in March, all 11 sectors were higher in April. Real estate led the way at 8.3%, with financials, consumer discretionary, and communication services all closely tied for second place at around 6.5%. And despite being negative for most of the month, energy clawed its way back to be up 0.2%, making all 11 sectors higher. And the 10 hot stocks of the month are mostly earnings pops, notably United Parcel Service, UPS for short, Discover Financial, and Capital One Financial, all recording blowout earnings, sending their shares higher and much higher year to date. And the 10 laggards and losers are earnings drops. We also welcome Penn National Gaming back to the list, and this time as the #1 laggard in the S&P 500, while Discovery and Twitter also made the list, but with disappointing earnings in their respective spaces. And finally, in economic news, unemployment insurance claims hit a pandemic low. The weekly unemployment insurance claims were at 553,000 in the last week of April, on April 28th, marking it a pandemic-era low and hopefully a sign of more good news ahead. And that does it here for us at YCharts with the April market wrap. We want to thank you for giving us 5 minutes of your time to see all the goings-on in the markets of April. For more great content like this, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have webinars, how-tos, and many more videos at your disposal. Additionally, please subscribe to the market wraps and look for those as well on our YCharts blog, where you can also see much more content about the markets and YCharts products and features. That'll do it for us, and thanks again for joining us. If nothing else, and you haven't sold in May and gone away yet, we'll see you back here first week of June for the May monthly market wrap with YCharts.